are out to get us, or thinking that the people at the food bank are out to get us. So that seems to be a lot in common, that we're very paranoid. So I don't know if that's rightfully paranoid. Maybe all these people, maybe it's in the realm of possibility all this is happening. I don't know. But it also could be because we have some sort of mental health issue going on or something. So
but if you haven't investigated it, you wouldn't know, because I've called you several times to talk about it.
I've never talked to you.
I know you haven't, but Mooresville PD is familiar with the situation.
Ma'am, all of our calls that we go are all logged. So certainly, if you had questions about an officer's response in the past, I could look at it and I could tell you what happened or what was documented. So, I mean,
what was documented?
In what specific call?
When I called about A3, when she threatened.
Sure.
What's your apartment number? I should look it up on your address.
C14.
C14. And what was your name again?
Alicia Peak.
Alicia Peak. I got you. Give me a minute. I'll check it out for you.
Thank you.
Alicia, at the root of it, we want to do our best to assist you. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So did we figure out the blood work? We understand it.
Yeah, I'm cool on the blood work. Like I'm cool with that. Thank you for helping me with that.
Sure. Okay. So he's looking at the your
neighbor in A3 when I said that she threatened to confine me and electrocute me if I didn't do what the man online told me to do.
Remember when that was?
That was in September or October 2024, and I told y'all about it in June.
Yeah, so probably more than likely if you called us, and he'll verify for you, but more than likely if you called us and made a report that someone communicated a threat towards you, I would say probably the steps a reasonable officer would take would be probably go talk to her, figure out what she's got to say. And then under most circumstances, we'll do a report to document an alleged crime, and then it would have been a misdemeanor that occurred outside of our presence, so they probably would have talked to you about pursuing your own criminal charges. So
yeah, I've not heard about that yet, so we'll see what this officer has to say.
Yeah, we'll see. For all I know, maybe they didn't do a report. I'm not sure. So yeah, okay. So do you think what are the facts or like the reasoning behind you thinking your landlord's poisoning you?
My landlord didn't fix my hot water for 18 months. I absolutely refused to do it.
Okay.
And they need to fix my wall and my shower, and they said they would do it March 10th, but they've refused to do it. My landlord.
What's wrong with your wall and shower?
I don't want to bring you into my home, but my drywall is totally open. There's a hole in it.
How'd that happen?
Because they had to fix the switch in my shower to fix my hot water.
Like the diverter or something?
Yeah, like the little switch where your hot and your cold mixed together. They had to fix that, and so they had to cut a hole in my drywall, and that was in January, and they haven't fixed it yet. And they have to resurface my tub, and they haven't done that yet either. They said they would.
They last us bathroom, or you just have one?
Just one. I haven't had hot water. I didn't have hot water for 18 months.
Okay. Why did it take them so long to replace your hot water heater?
Because they said it was hot when it wasn't. Because the hot water heater was hot, but the switch didn't work. The hot water wasn't coming out of the faucet of the tub, even though the hot water heater was
out of like the sink and everything else?
It was coming out of the sink, but it wasn't coming out of the tub because the switch was bad. They said, well, you have hot water because the hot water heater's working. But if it doesn't come out of the faucet...
Okay, gotcha. All right. So you're kind of upset with it. How long have you been living here?
I've been here since January 2024, and I kind of got stuck because of being sexually trafficked and being sabotaged.
What are you saying you got sexually trafficked? Like, who sexually trafficked you?
Alfred James Marshall, he's a federal agent, and he forced me to do things on a website called FanView that I didn't necessarily want to do.
Where did all this happen at?
This happened in this apartment.
Did you report that to us? Like, how were you trafficked?
I reported that to you, and I told you that in A3, she was communicating with him, and she told me that if I didn't comply in a coded way, she said, when her dog doesn't do what she wants it to do, she puts the shock collar on him and puts him in his crate, and, and then she, in the next breath, said that I was dominating Alfred James Marshall, and so I just kind of took it.
Who is Alfred James Marshall?
The man that made me do things on FanView that I didn't want to do.
Did you ever meet him in person?
No, this is what is this called? Virtual Violent Online Network.
How did he force you to do this thing?
Using her to communicate threats.
Well, you say he's a federal agent. Where does he work?
I think he's a U.S. Marshal. He's also a sailor. I think he's a Navy SEAL, but he's a sailor.
Well,
He said
you can't do that at the same time.
he said he was in. Well, he might be retired. He said he was in the military. He said he was using WhatsApp because he said he had to communicate with me through secure channels because he's in the military, and that he was keeping me safe.
Okay. All right. What'd you figure out?
All right, hey, Ms. Peak. So, it looks like from our call history for what's affiliated with your address, there's about 8 calls from here or from you dating back to early 2024. All of those calls, there was only one report that was generated, I think, an actual criminal report that we do. And that was for, I think you reported a package that was stolen, but it was actually delivered to...
Yeah, y'all.
That one they got back for you, right? So, all the other calls for service, so the remaining 7 calls, I'll be transparent. Each officer, so 7 different officers, have come out here or talked to you over the phone at some point, and they've all kind of documented the same thing, kind of similar to what's happened today with Sergeant Arndt. Just that I think there's some form of extreme paranoia. There's some previous calls.
So you didn't talk to the people that I said threatened me?
I just went to my computer to look up the previous calls.
But you don't have documentation of you talking to the people that I said threatened me.
So the calls where you were allegedly threatened, the officers documented that you're talking to people on YouTube comments, on YouTube shorts. These are random people.
No, I told you it was my neighbor who said that.
I didn't see that call. The only call that I saw, or I saw multiple calls, but I didn't see any call in which you alleged anyone you actually knew.
I made the call. I made the call in June.
A rough date?
It was in June of 2025.
Okay.
It was June 8th. Y'all made a welfare check on me on June 8th. No, September 2024. October 24th is when I was trafficked. Y'all made a
24, 25 for June.
June 8th, 2025. Y'all brought me hamburgers, and I think that's when I made that complaint. Y'all did a welfare check on me. Then you said I was crazy then too.
Yeah, ma'am, I've never met you before, so I don't think seemingly like Corporal Novelli doesn't seem like he's ever been over here either. So.
No, but y'all did a welfare check on me because I cried about being trafficked, and you guys said that was an extreme reaction.
What my retort would be is y'all would not be correct because it was not us. So maybe if you want to say that
a Mooresville police officer came to my house and did a welfare check because I cried about being trafficked. And he brought me burgers because I had been starving for 3 weeks.
Probably like 60-ish patrol officers, so that would be, it's all along the
So it wasn't you. No, it wasn't you. You're right. It wasn't you. It was a Mooresville police officer.
Okay.
It wasn't you.
So, let's get back to why we called today, and we can circle back around. So we thought that the landlord's poisoned. How do you think you're being poisoned?
I would think by the water, or I don't know.
Explain to me the mechanics behind how do you think your water's being poisoned?
I buy my water from my landlord, not the utility company.
Well, so I think maybe you pay, probably what happens is they pay the overall water bill to like maybe these 3 buildings, but...
I could be wrong. I mean, we know I'm not being poisoned. You read the Tox report. Obviously, I'm not being poisoned. I'm wrong.
Maybe I could put some of your concerns at rest. They're not providing you water, right? So maybe they have a singular account, and then maybe somehow they meter it, or they just charge you a flat rate. You're getting water from the town of Mooresville.
You've already put my mind at ease. You read my Tox report and told me it was negative.
Okay, so for that issue, we're good today.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Ma'am, I'm just trying to help you.
I'm cool.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so we're not being poisoned. What did you find out?
Yeah, so the calls you had last year were February of 25, July of 25, and December of 25.
Y'all did a welfare check on me June of 2025. Y'all brought me hamburgers. Y'all brought me 2 McDonald's hamburgers.
So it might be affiliated to did you call from a different location?
No, I was living here. Y'all came in my home. There's body cam footage of it. I
ran it by the address. That's why I saw your past calls for the past 2.5-ish years. And then I ran you by your name, and I saw the same call.
Who is that woman that she used to work for the federal government? She's like a social worker. She helps the homeless people and stuff like that. She took me to the food bank as a result of this call on June 8th when they brought me hamburgers because I did.
She worked for Mooresville?
Yes, she works for Mooresville PD. She drove me back and forth to the food bank. Lori ended up getting involved as a result of that welfare check in June.
I'm not seeing any call with that or Lori's information logged to it. So
Yeah, well, Lori took me to the food bank for about a month, every week for about a
I'm not
month.
denying that she did. I'm just saying I don't see a call in which that happened.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that it was maybe our dispatchers got the address wrong, and it's maybe attached to one of these other addresses.
Yeah, that could happen.
Just like they got your phone number on today.
Yeah, they got my phone number wrong. Yeah, that could happen. Clerical errors happen.
But I don't know about, I can't see a call in which you allege to an officer, at least from your name or this address, that you were ever threatened. I just see the things about,
Or sexually trafficked. There's no calls about that either.
So I saw notes from officers that said that you alleged you were being trafficked, you had to...
I no longer am. I'm being stalked.
Yeah, so the notes are that you're alleging that you were forced into marrying someone from Dubai, and then someone that passed away in your family took your inheritance and bought an oil rig.
Yeah, and all that happened.
So do you have any proof of any of this? Because this is all very grand.
No, it's being kept from the courts. It's being kept from me in the courts.
What? So how do you know what happened then?
How do I know what happened? Because my cousin told me.
Okay, so you kind of see where we're coming from the outside looking in. These are all
Yeah, but my cousin told me this. Angelina Cameso told me all this.
Okay, I'm just in our line of work, when we hear people make these grandiose type of accusations.
Yeah, it does sound really grand, but it's real life. It's real life.
I'm not denying that, but at the same time, if we don't have actual names of people, if we don't have anything to corroborate that.
She lives in Brevard County, Florida.
Okay.
You can talk to her.
What's her name?
Angelina Cameso. She told me about Department 333 with General Dynamics. My grandfather was part of that department. It's a lithium mine.
So what are you alleging she did to you?
She's telling me that this is my inheritance and it's been stolen from me, is what Angelina Cameso said.
So how does she know?
Because she is involved with that family, with that side of the family.
Well, I don't really know what all I'd be able to investigate in that if this is something that happened allegedly in Florida. It probably something you'd have to contact.
Well, it's happening in Troutman right now.
How is it happening? Well,
My parents have a hold of my trust. They've stolen it from me.
okay. Well, even that's something you'd have to contact the Troutman PD, right?
Well, Troutman PD told me to call Idle County. I mean, I'm getting the runaround from all y'all. Like,
Now,
it's
we
just...
obviously can investigate crimes that happen in our jurisdiction.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I appreciate y'all even coming out. It's cool that y'all came out.
Hopefully we can go through all this, Miss Peak. So, we'll go through the call history. You had a larceny in March of 2024.
That was a mistake.
Okay.
It was my
The
name.
next call was a welfare check. It was June 26, 2024.
Yeah, my parents called on that one.
No, the FBI National Threat Center called.
Did they? Interesting.
Yep. And then officers spoke to you and documented that you said you were fine. You did not want to harm yourself or others. Okay. We then had a harassment call here like a week later. It was July 1st, 2024. Again, the FBI contacted us because it looked like you were feeling threat and referenced possible gang activity, something like that. The officer documented, said clearly suffering from mental health issues.
What doctor?
No, the officer, sorry. Stated that you had reported to FBI. You advised you were not delusional. You advised you were possibly wrong, but not delusional. You stated you were not a harm to yourself or others. You did not want to go to the hospital. The suspicious person call, but it looks like you just called because someone was at your door, but then it looks like it was canceled. You then had a harassment call in October of 2024. Caller advising that she was tricked into a marriage with a subject that's in the military and stationed in Dubai. They have taken all of her money and harassing her.
He didn't take all my money.
This is what you told the dispatcher. She advised that when she blocks them, they just create new accounts.
Yep.
The officer said, I spoke with a caller who appeared to be experiencing mental health issues. She advised...
Is he a doctor?
No, but we certainly interact with people that suffer from mental health issues. So she advised she was being harassed by a man who lived in Dubai but was a U.S. citizen. She said spirits told her to call about filing harassment charges. She was not able to provide much information regarding harassment or taking of her money. I advised her to the magistrate and clerk of court.
Well, as I've said, Angelina Cameso has told me that my money was taken. My cousin told me.
There was a loud music call that was in February 2011, and it looks like you called about... No, excuse me. A neighbor called saying a female in apartment C14 has been screaming since 3:30. The officer said upon arrival there was no screaming occurring. Sorry, I had someone else messaging me. We'll get back to that one. No screaming occurring. Spoke to the caller. They advised there are mental health issues with their neighbor.
How would they know?
Sometimes in the middle of the night will randomly start screaming. I advise them to call us if it happens again so we can help. And then assist public call July of last year, 2025. You're advised you're being stalked, trafficked, a victim of identity theft. You stated people want you dead and poison her. Caller mentioned Wells Fargo gives the number to Holy Exchange and trafficked her and stole her oil rig.
Yeah, my birth certificate was stolen.
So then it looks like Officer Winnis, he was speaking to you, was putting people's name in. Damon Darling, Judy Austin. He put whatever Hustlers in the Hood is. Holy
Yeah,
Exchange.
that's the Hustlers in the Hood is Alfred James Marshall's account.
Okay, so you say that you had a stalker on social media, a Damon Darling subject who allegedly works for Maricopa County Sheriff's Office in Arizona.
No, I didn't say that. Y'all
Who
said I
was
said that.
Also a federal agent and YouTube famous individual. She mentioned being a part of the Holy Exchange, which she alluded to being related to a sex trafficking ring involving Kathy, her neighbor. Is that A3, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
This Kathy allegedly, quote unquote, implied that she would be trafficked for not listening to this random person she married on WhatsApp. This implication came in the form of the following statement, not verbatim. When my dog doesn't listen, I put a shock collar on him and put him in a crate. Mm-hmm. She took this as if she did not listen to the random guy on WhatsApp and then she was going to be trafficked. The same subject she alleged.
She told me I was
stalking
dominating
her,
him.
Has a YouTube account called Hustlers in the Hood, and the stalking comes from the form of comments on YouTube Shorts. I told her to delete YouTube, to which she advised she has tried. The Darling subject also allegedly stole her inheritance from her past grandfather, who used it to buy an oil rig. I got the name.
No, my inheritance is the oil rig.
I got the name of the mother to make sense of the situation, but I was advised she had dementia. Based on my training experience, this is a mental health episode. She was advised to call 911 if there was an emergency, to be transported to a hospital other than Duke Health Lake Norman because Duke doctors are allegedly lying to her about a lab work. She is extremely paranoid. I'm unable to make sense of this information provided or get through to her about how it's related to her extreme paranoia, and these things are most likely not happening.
You're not a doctor. The Duke Health gave me the wrong antibiotic for my...
This directly, but through indirectly asking questions up until the training will be pointless at this time. We advise you to not give medical assistance. And then the last one was in October, or excuse me, December. Hey, what's up? Oh, goodness, Nup. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Well, you're gonna have bereavement. So I mean, it's your grandfather, right? Yeah. So let me do this. I'm literally in the middle of a call talking to a lady. So let me just reach out to Sage and I'll have him talk to you, and certainly we can work out whatever we need to work out. So yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, buddy. I'll get either him or I'll call you back here shortly. Okay. Sorry about that, man.
It's okay.
All right, so let me get this last one here. So, just so we're all on the same page, Officer Bobek, you called reporting a fraud. Someone cloned your phone number.
Yeah, both my phones have been cloned.
And then, so an officer spoke to you. You said that your phone is here in Mooresville. When you log on a bank account, it says she is logged in from a new system.
I'm logged in at Catholic churches. I'm logged in at North Carolina State University. I'm logged in all over the place.
With a new phone, a VPN issue, or logging in with different
I don't have
browsers.
VPN.
Ms. Peak said that this was false and her phone was copied and her people were trying to access her account that way. She advised she was getting notification after attempting to sign in. Yeah, so pretty much you wanted to document it. So that's all we have with just C14. Sometimes it might just get routed to 550 West State, so I'm not sure. So certainly sometimes clerical errors happen. So I guess all that goes to say I've never met you, Miss Peak. Neither has Corporal Novelli, right?
Nope. I was with Officer Bobek.
Yeah, I've not met y'all before either. I've met a lot of Mooresville police before, but I've not met y'all.
This is what I say, Miss Peak. We certainly deal with a lot of people. We deal with a lot of people in crisis. Okay, yes, we're not doctors, but we certainly interact with people that go through a variety of different things. So, I mean, do you want my unbiased third-party opinion, or you don't want it?
Well, I mean, go ahead and tell me.
Okay, ma'am, it seems like you've got some sort of mental health issue going on, and that doesn't mean something's wrong with you. I don't mean it saying like I'm sitting here looking down on you because you got a mental health issue going on. Okay, I think it's something that we need to talk to somebody about. I think what Officer Wynn documented with the paranoia, that's exactly what I'm seeing today. So we thought we had the good, you think your landlord's poisoning through you the water, but there's nothing in your blood. This whole thing with this being trafficked on the internet, this whole thing with the neighbor stuff, I think we're showing signs of extreme paranoia. So, ma'am, I'm not a mental health professional, but that certainly could be indicative that we have some sort of mental health issue going on. Okay, I want what's best for you. I want you to be happy, successful, stable, all that. Okay, so how? Do you have like family that lives around here? Do you have any friends?
My family abandoned me.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Who are you closest with here?
I've been isolated. I've been systemically isolated.
Okay. Do you communicate with anyone regularly on a frequent basis that lives here?
Not here. The bus people, the people on the bus.
Who do you communicate with frequently?
There are people nationally, globally, that I communicate with.
Okay. Do you know these folks, or you just talk to them online?
They're supportive.
Okay. All right. Do they have a full knowledge of what's going on?
Yes, very full knowledge of what's going on.
Well, do they have your account of what's going on?
Yes, they study me. They have a full account of what's going on.
Can we see that maybe this is common, with people that are paranoid? A lot of times we connect dots that don't need to be connected, right? So seemingly what Officer Lynn documented, you had some conversation with a neighbor that said that she puts a shock collar on her dog, and then you connected the dots saying, oh, this lady is in line with this guy who I met online that's trafficking me, where maybe that dot never should have been connected, right? I mean, what in the world would be the odds that this guy singles you out online?
But she also said you're dominating this man. She said that to me. She specified that man, and she specified behavior. I know you don't, because you haven't questioned her.
How in the world? What are the odds of how did you meet this fellow online?
He approached me on Instagram. He's been watching me for years.
Why would he be watching you for years? Why?
Maybe because I have things that he wants, and he's a romance scammer.
What do you have that he wants?
Did I not tell you what my cousin Angelina Cameso said that I have inherited?
Allegation that you had some oil rig, but
I just said, am I being detained at this point?
No, ma'am, I'm just
Can I go in my home now?
You're free. I mean, I want to
Okay,
help you,
thank you.